Hi, this is Mike, and welcome back to 5 Minutes of Fantasy Sports. So, I want to talk some last-minute waiver wire additions for Week 14. Starting with the quarterback position. Not a popular guy these days, but if you look, Ben Roethlisberger has actually put up some pretty solid numbers over the last couple weeks. So, if we take a look at the screen here. Last week he put up 27 fantasy points, 19 the week before. Week before that he had 8.5, and then he had 22.92. So 3 out of 4 weeks, pretty solid. If he's available, he should be available in most leagues. He's only 22% rostered. He's pretty good. He's got Tennessee this week, Kansas City next, Cleveland, and Baltimore. So I would say Tennessee will probably put up decent numbers. Kansas City, he might fall behind, have to run a lot of pass plays. Run a lot of pass plays? That doesn't make sense. But yeah, Ben Roethlisberger, I would recommend him. And the other person I'd recommend is, depends on, where is the guy? The Justin Fields is the guy I was thinking about for this week. So Justin Fields looks like he'll start this week in Week 14 against the Packers, so he's worth starting as well. He has a good rushing floor as well, so he should get you hopefully at least 15 or so points, if not more. So those would be the two quarterbacks I recommend, those two men right there. Looking a little bit more at wide receiver, I would very strongly recommend you pick up Jameson Crowder for the rest of the season. Elijah Moore is out, and let me click on all players here. Elijah Moore is on IR, so he'll be out pretty much to the end of the season. You'll see in this, 93,000 people have dropped Elijah Moore, so he's worth dropping if you have Elijah Moore, and pick up Jameson Crowder. The other receiver was... How are people picking up Julio Jones? What league is it where Julio Jones was dropped? I want to be in that league. Anyway, irrelevant. We're not talking about those kind of players. Jameson Crowder, if he's still available, he's been getting picked up pretty quickly here, but he's only 29% rostered. And the Jets have a pretty easy schedule rest of the way. New Orleans, which is a decent team. Miami, Jacksonville, Tampa Bay, Buffalo. So actually it's not that easy. But as long as they have a quarterback who's halfway decent, he should get some good-looking targets. He'll be targeted a lot more with the other main receivers out. And then running back, the big running back to pick up if he's available is Jeff Wilson Jr. San Francisco is losing running backs left and right. So Jeff Wilson, he's up to 54% roster, but that's because he's gone up 28% in the last day. So he's definitely someone to look at. The rest of the way, he's got a pretty easy schedule as well. If he stays the main lead back, he's got Cincinnati this week, Atlanta next week, Tennessee the week after, which isn't super easy, and then Houston the final week of my fantasy playoffs, week 17, and then week 18 he's playing the Rams. So it says here, Matt Burrows considers Jeff Wilson the front runner to start against the 49ers. He's been upgraded to full. Elijah Mitchell is out with a knee and a concussion. So, he's looking pretty good. He gets a lot of touches. He started week 11, and he got 19 touches for 50 yards, so not great. But hopefully he can get in the end zone, get some points for that, and, put up 10, 15 points. That's hopefully what's going to happen here. And then also in New Jersey, again, the Jets, technically the New York Jets. Ty Johnson, you can look at picking him up, but the better ad here is Jamar Jefferson on Detroit, because same kind of situation where DeAndre Swift is going to be out, so Jefferson is going to fill in as well. So those are the pickups. As far as tight ends go, Austin Hooper's an okay option. I wouldn't say he's going to do anything spectacular, but most tight ends don't. So if he's available in your league, definitely add him. He's 35% rostered. Are there any other tight ends worth mentioning? Foster Moreau. He's 18% owned. He's very touchdown dependent. So Ricky Seals-Jones, haven't heard that name in a while. He's got 3 goose eggs in a row, so I wouldn't recommend him. Although he's been injured, it looks like. So anyway, if you need a tight end, I'm sorry, there's not much out there, but you can always look at a few guys. And then defenses. Yeah, most of the defenses will probably be picked up. If Baltimore's out there, they're 67% roster. They might be worth looking at. Dallas, I actually just dropped the Dallas defense because I liked San Francisco's schedule better the next 4 weeks. And I wanted that roster spot to pick up Jeff Wilson, so I did that. I wouldn't recommend dropping the Dallas defense because they are solid, but if you need that extra roster spot, it might be worth it. So those are my last minute waiver wire additions. Hopefully this gets to you by Sunday morning, and if those players are available, you can make some decisions. I'll talk real quick about what I did in my lineup. I have Cordarrelle Patterson. I had him starting at running back, and I had Schultz at my wide receiver / tight end flex, but I decided to bump Jeff Wilson into running back, move Cordarrelle Patterson to receiver again, and then I starting Marquez Valdez-Scantling at receiver. So that'll give me Taysom Hill at quarterback, Evans, Cordarrelle Patterson at receivers, Eckler, Wilson, running back, Travis Kelce, Marquez Valdez-Scantling at my flex, and then Tyler Bass in San Francisco defense. So I'll hopefully do well tomorrow. I hope you do well as well, and I will talk to you soon.